What is up, YouTube? PPS here. Morning. It's around 10 o'clock here, Central Time. We're rolling. Beautiful day. No snow still. It's going to be crazy not having snow here in December, Christmas time. It's been weird here, but we got hot yesterday and it was awesome because I told you guys we were going to have that bounce back. I was very, very, very upset with the few losses that we had lately. And I had to get better. I knew that for you guys. I lost 3 in a row. And we come back with a sweep. We got our sweep. We doubled up, which I usually don't do. Only when I'm pretty confident. And we got the 1.25 unit Notre Dame team total, and they absolutely annihilated them. I think they won by like 35. Just too short of a line. Glad we were able to find that edge there for sure. So really good start to the week. And also, if you guys followed me on Twitter, you did see that I did cash this one in. You can look at that. We had Josh Giddey double-double, LaMelo Ball double-double, and Tyrese Halliburton double-double. Each one of them were separate game slot times, so I was sweating it out after Giddey got his 10th assist. I honestly thought it was going to be rebounds. I just threw the double-double in there just to have it. LaMelo ended up with another assist double-double, and Tyrese Halliburton all double-double with assists. It was hype, guys. I'm very happy for that. Do have a giveaway coming for that. And I'll actually kind of tell you guys the 3 winners are there quick. The 3 winners are going to be I'm going to read off the Twitter names, so please don't attack me for how I'm going to say this. I think the guy's name is Tank. That's the team. That's his name. And his @ is Trev66330-195. That's going to be our first guy who wins. I'm going to do 3 people for $25 because I did do this as a giveaway. We also have Fontez73 is going to be a winner there as well, and Alex Bro 604-27095. So we'll make a post about that for sure. And congrats, guys! I'll get to give out 3 $25 Cash App or Venmo, whichever works best for you guys. Because I did tweet about that. I said $50 for one person, but people got all over it, and I wanted to give it out to 3 people, so I split it up a little bit, did 25. So enough with that. Huge day yesterday. NBA was a complete sweep. NCAA did pretty well for us as well, and now we're going back to both of those for our free plays today. 2 of them for you guys. And we're going to start out with one of my boys, guys. I love Norman Powell. I love him. Love him. I hated him when he was on the Raptors just because he played my Bucks so tough. D&3 type of guy. But this year he's really expanded his game. But today we're looking for those threes. So we've had him hit it in his last 4 games. And they're still going to give me plus money on him. I've taken his 5 3-point prop. I've taken his 4 3-point prop for the plus money. And I've cashed on him quite often. And he's just a great shooter, and he is a volume shooter. This man is not going to be racking up assists. I think his line's at like 2.5, and that's with Lillard questionable. If Lillard doesn't play, this will probably be upgraded to a 2-unit play, and I'm guessing it's going to be around minus 130 when the eyes open up here. New Orleans, terrible. One of the worst defenses in the NBA. New Orleans ranks 5th worst in 3-point percentage allowed in the NBA as well, and this is very nice for a guy in Powell who does just strokes from the outside. Since CJ has gone out, he's attempted 7 threes in every single game but one. That's in his last 7 games. He's shot 7 threes, 6 out of the 7 games. One of those games he did have foul trouble, and that was the game he did miss. So in that as well, New Orleans allows 35.5 3-point attempts per game. If Lillard isn't in here, I would expect Norman Powell to shoot at least 10 threes tonight. And all I need him to do is shoot 30%. And for a guy who's just been stroking from the outside lately, let's just go through his last 4 games, for example. 5 for 8, 4 for 10, 4 for 10, 3 for 7, 2 for 4, 1 for 7. So even when he's 1 for one making only 1 3, he's still putting up the shots. It's very nice to see that he's been actually doing very well, 40+% in his last 5 games. So you seeing the ball go down, and that's all you need from a guy who's a streaky shooter like Norman Powell. Love the spot, love it at plus money. And again, if Lillard is ruled out, would upgrade this to a 2-unit play, guys. So loving a plus money spot here to start. No NFL today for me with the props being super late. Really pissed off at the NFL after this week. Just awful games. Just really awful games. I just couldn't even watch. The Vikings game last night was unbearable. The Bears are awful. Vikings are awful. Both those teams didn't deserve to win. They should have just made them tie. It was bad. That was one of the worst games ever. I benched Van Jefferson thinking Osborne would be a better play. That backfired on me. Cousins with 80 yards passing. Like, come on. Just don't get me started on the rest of the NFC North. Packers already clinched. Both those teams suck. So looking forward to seeing the Packers make their run here, hoping for the first number 1 seed there as well. Number 2, NCAA play of the day here. It's going to be Marshall and Toledo over 157.5, minus 110. Another 1.5 unit play. Sorry, guys, I got to snooze a couple group chats. They're just shaking up my phone here. So Marshall, again, I've said this a million of times. They rank number 2 in the country in pace. But Toledo isn't that far behind. Honestly, only 4 possessions behind, and they're in the 110. 113 exactly here, and they get about 70 possessions per game. So they're not slow. They're not walking up the court. And so I think Toledo is going to be more than happy to run with these guys. Toledo ranks number 61 in offensive efficiency in the country here, and 209 on the defensive end, which is going to be very hard with a guy like Travion Kinsey there. I love Kinsey. I think Andrew Taylor is absolutely great guard as well. I've watched a lot of Marshall basketball this year, and I've bet on them a lot. Kinsey can stroke. He's around, what do you have a game? He's sitting at around 19 a game here. Andrew Taylor, great point guard, 6 assists a game. And as a team, they're averaging 79 points per game. I don't see why this can't go up. Also, because they just played against Ohio and UNI, who both slow the game down and play you into a half-court setting. Toledo's not going to do that. They're going to run with Marshall. If they let Marshall can dictate this pace, we're going to see this game close to like the 175 range. Marshall ranks 101 offensive efficiency and 183 defensive efficiency. So I don't see either team struggling to score here. I see a lot of transition baskets. And I think this is really a line that's coming from that Ohio game in the UNI game where it was so far under. But these two teams want to run. UNI does not want to run with Marshall. Marshall would run them out of the gym. UNI actually ended up playing them to a pretty good game here as well. Toledo's actually been very, very good playing one of my favorite teams to a 3-point game in Toledo. I mean, even playing Michigan State pretty tough in East Lansing there to a 13-point game. They've been very, very good at home. Only loss. Let me check here. Their last game at home beat Bradley, then a couple scrubs, and then they beat Coastal Carolina by 10, which is actually pretty impressive, putting up an 80 spot there. So another thing I'm going to dig into here in this part is a little bit more in depth here on why I like overs here. And I love the guys who can shoot free throws, right? You're going to have fouls, especially in these games that are pretty close spread. I think it's like a 4-point spread here. Marshall's four of their 5 starters shoot over 70% from the line. Kinsey, the guy who gets there the most, and a guy, first name is Obina. I'm not going to try to say his first name. It's very, very tough. They're 79 to 80% here. Both of them, I think 78.7 and 79.8 or something like that. But I love both those guys that are going to be going to the line the most, shooting at that 80% clip. Toledo has 4 guys who score in double figures. Ryan Rollins at almost 20 a game on the season. They're averaging 76 points per game. We have Marshall averaging 79 points per game. I don't see why they can't hit their average in a game that the pace is going to be faster than their usual. And I think this is going to be a very fun game to watch. I think it's going to be a very fast-paced game. And I'm hoping it stays close. I think that this game will. Marshall, like I said, is one of my favorite teams to bet on just because of the way they play, the offense that they run. And they just shoot a lot of threes, guys, and it's fun to watch. Ryan Reynolds, like I said, for Toledo is going to be a problem for him. I think Toledo actually takes this game. The only thing that kind of worries me here is that Toledo is going to run all their starters 30-plus minutes. We're seeing Rollins, Milner, Shoemate, and Dennis and Moss, all 5 starters getting 30 minutes per game. Marshall only has 3 guys going 30 minutes per game, and one of them coming off the bench here. So really like this spot. Really like this game. I think it's going to be very fun to watch. So, again, Norman Powell over 2.5 threes, plus 105. Again, if Lillard is out, 2 units. Marshall over 157.5, minus 110, 1.5 unit play. Thank you guys so much. Again, if you were one of those people that I listed in here, please shoot me a DM. Let's get you that money. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you did get anything from this content, please drop a like for us. Subscribe. We're trying to push to 1,000 by the end of the year. And I don't see why we can't. You guys are the best, and you guys support me every single time. So I appreciate you guys so much. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we have Pass the Prop NBA with none of. Hopefully it's COVID stuff slows down a little bit, and we can get some games out there. So thank you guys so much. We'll talk to you tomorrow.